Dear PhD and MPhil scholar, in this lecture, I will try to explain how to write the problem statement. A research problem can be defined as the issue that exists in the literature, in theory or in practice that lead to need for study. The search problem in a study becomes clear when the researcher asks, what's the need for this study? What problem influences the need to undertake the study? Basically, the problem statement provides overview of study. It states what the study is about, why it is important and timely, what contributions are made to knowledge and practice, and how the study fit in the existing state of the art. The problem statement tells the story behind the variable or concept to be studied and provide background for the purpose statement and research example. The purpose statement provides the background to the variable or concept to be studied, cite literature source but not extensively, conclude with the need to know. No, I will explain the line of logic, background, literature review and need to know one by one. So first, line of logic. The problem statement begins with the general introduction to the study and through a careful line of reasoning focus down to become more detailed and specific to your study. Your writing should be clear, precise and directional. This should be a sequential line of logic. The delineations of the problem lead directly to the statement of purpose. The purpose of any study is to help solve the stated problem. Mariam stated, important point to remember is that the line of logic comes from you. It cannot be found directly in the literature. So next part of problem is background to study. Providing background information to study requires answering the following question. So what are the questions? First question, what do we already know about this topic? Number 2, what do we not know about this topic? What has not been answered adequately in previous research and practice? And question 3, what do we want to know about this topic? The problem statement is the discrepancy between what we already know and what we want to know. It is necessary to provide background information about both what is known and what is not known. The problem statement also tells the story about why we care, why we should conduct this study. It is important for the reader to know what is unique and different from previous research. Try to conceive of your study as large jigsaw puzzle with a piece of missing. You may conceive of your study as fulfilling and indicate need for further advancement of previous research. This missing piece is the gap you want to fill. To discover this missing piece, you must read widely in literature of your topic and then you write it. Next is the problem. Literature sources. Variable or factor you selected for this study must exist within some conceptual or theoretical framework that you develop from reading the literature. You cannot just pull your topic out of the head. Appropriate citation from the literature help you Provide a justification for selecting these variable or concept. Creating a conceptual framework is one of the few places where you have the opportunity to display original thought. If, however, you conduct an inductive qualitative study, your variable or concept emerge from the data. Rather than starting with a conceptual framework, you investigate broad general area that become more focused through data gathering in the field. Your problem state must explain how your study fit into existing state of the art. Martin, in his book Writing and Defending a Thesis or Dissertation in Psychological Education, delineates some of the circumstances into which your problem might fit. He said, there is a little or no research on particular topic. There is some research, but it has not been applied to enough sample or enough situation to be considered a reliable phenomena. There is a good deal of research, but finding and contradictory. Citing the literature help you build a case for why your research should be undertaken. The reference and quotation support your argument. However, keep in mind that in most cases, citation should be used sparingly in the problem statement. It is not a formal view of the literature. For impact, keep your sentence short and write opening sentence that stimulate interest. In short, your introductory chapter should convince your reader of study the need. Need to know. What is the need of this particular study? Why does this specific study need to be conducted? So what will your study add to the knowledge base? Need for study is established by showing that there is a problem of some importance, establishing there is a gap in the knowledge base, and by showing why filling that particular gap is important or at least relevant. However, the major discussion of the study importance may be found in significance of study, which I will discuss in the next lecture. So, there are some common error in writing the problem statement. So, first error is failing to get the point. Why tedious lengthy in introducing the study? The reader want to know what your study is about. Number 2, making the reader believe that we already know the answer. If we know it, then we do not need to study it. Next point is covering. Number 3, whether interesting or not. These are rapid run, interesting but irrelevant to the topic. Resist the temptation to share with the reader the volume of interesting but irrelevant information you accumulate. Being inconsistent, the problem should be clear, logically related to the purpose statement and research question. The 4 points, stating what we should do rather than what we want to know, such as phrase we must, we should, and it is imperative that belong to a position paper. In short, stay off is soapbox. Writing in destination rather than in English, these cause your writing to be stilted, awkward, and artificial. Just what you mean in natural way. Next one. Use unnecessary technical language and jargon. This keeps the reader from understanding the main ideas of what you're trying to say. Using extensive quotation and reference. These get in way of logical flow of idea. Using abstruse argument, refrain from making points that are unclear and difficult to understand. Write in a clear, simple, and straightforward manner. Engaging in personal reflection, reverse the chapter. The opening sentence of dissertation should be approached throughout carefully, for this is the place to win or lose your audience. Therefore, introduce your topic in a way to engage reader in the study. The Criswell called this opening line narrative hook, a term we claim in rhyme from English composition meaning words that serve to draw, engage, or hook the reader in your study. So, we also include the following. Statistical data. More than 50% adult population experience depression. Great. Proactive question asked. Clear need for research. So there are variety of other possibilities for introducing your study that make the excellent your study. The main thing to remember is to begin in engaging manner that will interest your study audience and it will become hopeful. I hope that now you understand how to write the problem statement and what are the complications in the problem statement and how can find what are the common error in writing the problem statement.